Okay, got another guitar here to be restrung, another setup on this Strat. It's got the vintage style tremolo, vintage style tuners with the split posts, which are a little bit different to the Gibson that we've just done, the SG. I was going to show you this one, obviously having the trem system and also the split post vintage style tuners. So go ahead and remove your old strings and put the guitar up. I tend to balance it somewhere, always with strings with the sharp ends, into the first hole on the Strat. Right, that's it. So all the ball ends have gone down into the block, they've all gone through. Make sure they go through all the saddles correctly. On a Strat it can be a little bit fiddly sometimes, but you soon get used to it. The important thing with vintage split type posts on machine heads is to gauge the correct amount of string, because unlike on the Gibson where we chop the string off at the end, you actually have to chop the string at the beginning to get the right number of windings. A rule of thumb, I'd probably say 2 to 3 tuners worth extra. If in any doubt, go for 3 tuners, so you've got a good margin for error. I tend to go for about 2 now, maybe a little less than 2, but it's just through experience of practicing. So I'm going to cut this string down now to the length. Make sure the string's actually gone into the block on the guitar, and then cut our string. I'm going to do about just over 2 tuners worth for the low E, and now we've got a shorter string. It can now feed into the hole in the post. There's a hole goes right down into the post, the string's in there. Now what I'm going to do is just bend the string over, and then we can start winding. Use your finger to guide the string round the post, and just make sure that it winds down underneath what's actually there with string. And there we can see, if you look from this side, you've got about 2 windings, good 2 windings on the post, and a good break angle over the nut, which is pulling the string downwards, which is what we want. We want the string to be pulled downwards. So that's the first one done. So you've got all the strings back on the Strat. Just pulling the strings in and tuning up. It normally takes again about 3 or 4 goes at least. With a trem, if the trem's floating like this one is slightly, tends to take a little bit more than something with a hard tail like the SG, just to settle down with the tuning. But if you do it 4 or 5, maybe 6 times, it's not going to take very long, but it's going to start to settle down and play nicely in tune. Again, we've obviously got this guitar back in tune, restrung it, and that's it really.